All right, so let's talk more in depth about time frames. We mentioned it in the previous lecture. We talked about them a few times, but let's talk more in details about why they are so important. Because most people, most beginners especially, but also some people that have been around, they stay stuck in this losing cycle where they consistently lose money on the markets because they make multiple mistakes, and one of them has to be the time frames. They don't know which time frame to look at, what to look at each time frame for, and how to use the different time frames. And some of them stay stuck because they look at one time frame only and they think that will give them the whole idea of what to do, which in most cases it is not. The market doesn't just move in one dimension. It uses each time frame to tell you exactly what's going on in that part of the cycle. If you understand how these multiple time frames all connect at the same time, then your trading will become instantly better. You will get a way better picture of what's actually happening instead of just looking at one dimension only. A time frame, as we mentioned in the last lecture, is just how much a candle represents. So for example, in the 1 minute, each candle is going to represent 1 minute. In the 15 minutes, a 15-minute candle represents 15 minutes, and so on and so on. Now, another very important thing that you need to understand when it comes to the market is that it's fractal. And what that means is the same patterns happen on every time frame. Now, I'm not talking about the patterns that you know about, like the head and shoulders or the cup pattern or all that bullshit, not those patterns. What I'm referring to is that the same things, the same logical things happen on each time frame. For example, a 15-minute change of character is made of many 1-minute candles, which means that if you see something happening in the 15 minutes, then at the same time, you're gonna have a whole separate thing happening in the 1 minute, which is following what the 15-minute is doing. Because once again, each 15-minute candle is 15 1-minute candles. A strong push in the 4-hour is gonna be made of 16 15-minute candles. So within that strong 4-hour candle, you're gonna have 16 15-minute candles, which are gonna be telling something similar. And this is why you must read the market from top to bottom and not the other way around. In our case, you start from the 4-hour, the bigger time frame, and then you slowly go and move your way to the lower time frames. Because the higher time frame is going to have the stronger informations. It's going to have a higher time frame stance on what's currently going on in that pair. For example, it will tell you what the trend is. Are we in a bullish or bearish trend? What are the strong POIs? What are the strong points of interest that you could be interested into looking 15-minute confirmations inside of? So it will give you this bigger but also stronger important information and direction of what the market is actually doing. Now, in the 15 minutes, for example, you're going to have a little bit more noise. It's going to be a little bit more up and down, but it will also tell you where to look for the exact entries when paired with the 4-hour. So you're only looking at the 15 minutes when it's aligned with the 4-hour. You're not just trying to enter on some random 15-minute moves. And that's why the 4-hour is such an important time frame. The 15-minute is also important, but it must be used linked with the 4-hour. Same exact story goes for the 1 minute. The 1 minute is a very powerful time frame. It will give you the highest RRs. It will give you the great opportunities to make a lot of money and to make it within a few hours. But you only use the 1 minute when it's aligned with the 15 minutes. You don't just look at the 1 minute by itself, because by itself, you're just gonna get a whole bunch of noise and a whole bunch of nonsense. So you understand how these time frames are extremely important and they all have their own use, right? They all have their own use, but they must be used together and in a very specific way. You cannot look for the overall trend in the 15 minutes. You look for the overall trend in the 4-hour. You cannot look for a 15-minute change of character in the 4 hour, you look for a 15-minute change of character in the 15 minutes. So this is why each time frame is extremely important. And to make this even a little bit more simple for you guys, I'm going to use a very good example that one of my mentors used many years ago to understand time frames. And I'm going to apply the same example here for you guys to understand. And to do this, we're going to use Google Maps. So imagine we want to look at a specific house that's in Milan. This is what we see. We see Milan, we see Sesto San Giovanni, we see San Donato Milanese, we see kind of the area, and we see that this is Milan, but you can't really see the house, right? Then you zoom in a little bit, you can see that this is the area, right? The house that you're looking for is in the center of Milan. This is the center of Milan, clearly. This is where the Duomo is. I can see Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio, Pinacoteca di Brera, Triennale Milano. You see some of the more detailed version of Milan, of what Milan is, but we still have not seen the house. And then you zoom in all the way down here. Now, this is the house that you're looking for. Now, regardless if you're looking from all the way out, a little bit more closed in, or all the way on top of the hotel, you're still looking at Milan. You're still in the same city, but you get a lot more details of where you're actually going if you zoom in. This exact explanation is exactly how you use the time frames in your analysis. You start from the 4 hour, so you ensure that, okay, are we looking at Milan or are we looking at Torino? You're like, okay, no, I want to look at Milan. So let me move here and let me go ahead and look at Milan. This is the 4 hour. Tell your Uber driver where to go, or point exactly where to go. You need to zoom in a little bit more. So you look in the 15 minutes. In the 15 minutes, you're like, okay, are we in northern Milan? Are we near the center? Or are we at the bottom? Are we in city life? Are we in Segrate? Or whatever the place might be. So then you assess and you're like, okay, I'm in the center. Now I just need to find my hotel. I already know that the hotel is in this area, so let me zoom in more and let me find the hotel that I'm looking for. This is the 1 minute. So this is essentially how the time frames work. This is exactly how you use them, and this is why it's so important you understand how to pair them and the top-down analysis. Notice how I started from the 4 hour. I started from the outside picture. You don't just randomly go in a random point next medical antiserpics, which is somewhere in Casorezzo in province of Milan. Now let me find my hotel, which is at the center of Milan. That doesn't make sense, right? So you do not start your analysis from the 1 minute. You start from the 4 hour, the bigger time frame. You get the bigger idea, the bigger vision. Then you go to the 15 minute, you get more details, you get the clear confirmations, and you wait for the alignment with the 4 hour. Once you get it, then at that point you go to the 1 minute, wait for the alignment with the 15 minutes, and at that point you take your trade, you make your 30 RR, you get rich, you make money, and you're happy. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.